And then we already started the class. Don't worry about all that. For video procedures. Huh? Uploading video. Uploading video in AICTE website. ಯಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫ್ಲುಯೆನ್ಸ್ During the course of the progress of AI, we came across neural programming. Okay, we came across neuro-linguistic programming, then this LLMs, various things we have come across. I will give you one simple example. We are working with a client. Client means a potential client who is saying, I have got 200 applications and all these 200 applications are off the shelf. They have gone to the market and they have purchased it from the market and they have started using it. If anything happens with that application, for example, user access issue or the application is not working, they reach out to the company and the company will provide them support. This is like the annual maintenance contract. So what you're doing, you're basically paying a hefty amount for the application, plus annually you're paying an hefty amount for maintenance of that application. The client is very diligent. The client is telling, why can't we build an LLM for all these 200 applications as one LLM, and that LLM will contain all the answers to all our queries. So you have one LLM and that will take care of do the job. So what was your traditional ask or a query from a software company was, do you do coding? Do you do testing? Do you do validation? Do you do deployment? Do you take care of customer support queries? All these things they were asking. Today, the query has changed. Today, the language, the requirement from companies are that you don't send me any person, don't send me any software engineer. Just help me build an LLM which I can have access to, and I will, once you have a sufficient good LLM, I will start building on top. See, the companies have also become intelligent because now they are going to save the cost. If you know, in software industry, you are paid on an hourly basis. If you are a project manager, you are paid $75 per hour. If you are a quality engineer, you are paid $35 per hour. But if you have a AI agent, you don't have to pay anything. Only the initial setup cost is what is required. The companies are also changing. The companies are also, their requirements, their expectations are changing. The AI agent, what it does, it is the correct, today it is the in fashion, I would say. So that is the why agents are, today they are saying, okay, this is what happens. Now you might ask me, Santosh, what would happen after next year? What would be a talk on? Next year, my talk would be on what is called super AI. I will give you a simple example. At home, let's say you are talking to somebody about buying a, let's say, washing machine. You are talking on the phone. You believe it or not, after you finish talking to that person on the phone, after let's say half an hour, if you open your Facebook, you will start getting ads on washing machine. Did you inform to the mobile? Did you inform anybody about that? No. That is super AI.
Not only that, how data is taken, I don't know. Even if the phone is off, When I discussed something with my wife about some plots. I started to get the details on plots in my mobile. So phone was off actually.
See, today they are doing everything on the slide. Means like a fox, they are doing it. Google is listening to you, Facebook is listening to you, Apple is listening to you. All these applications are listening to you. Okay. You might be watching reels. For example, if you watch a reel for the full duration of that reel, the next reel that you get will be similar to the previous.
Recommendations.
It's a recommendation, right? If you simply flip, immediately if you flip, then you get an altogether different reel. This is super AI. That means the AI is deciding what you can watch, what you can hear. All these things are happening. If you have anybody has got Amazon Prime subscription, if you install Amazon Music, okay. If you start looking at Amazon, if you start listening to a particular set of songs, and then you leave it on, just leave it on its own, then the AI will take over.
Same genre.
If you are used to looking at Raghu Dixit songs, the very next songs that will keep coming will be of a similar genre. That is the super AI which is going to be taking over. So your life is not yours alone now. You are all being controlled. So there is a rule in the world. If the product is free, if the service is free, that means you are the product. Okay, if they're providing you service is free, for example, Geo Hotstar gives you free. Everything is free, or even at a nominal 29 rupees per month, they give you. But at the end of the day, what is the product? You are the product. For them, you are the person they are focusing on. What they are doing, they are adding ads, slowly they are adding focuses, they are changing things. Everything is dependent. Everything is a psychologist, right? Um, I'll give you a very simple example. When in Maharashtra, there was a electricity project of around 15,000 crores. Okay. 15,000 crores project. India sent 20 engineers and one lawyer because the lawyer had to draft the contract. Okay, or the lawyer's job was to at least review the contract. The engineer's job was to see whether the electricity that is being generated by that American company is it of good quality? Is it worth paying that money? Everything. What did the American company do? American company was the one which was responsible for generating the electricity. They sent 15, 20 lawyers and one engineer. That's called as a Double Power Corporation. Double Power Corporation company closed because it was a sister concern of a company called Enron. Okay, the company closed. You can see that in Wikipedia. Enron company closed in America. Double Power Corporation also closed. But even today, Maharashtra government pays around the highest amount of electricity anywhere in the world per unit. They still pay to Double Power Corporation, even though the company has closed. Account is there. Company has closed. The company had 20 lawyers and only one engineer. Whereas what did the Indians do? They sent 20 engineers and one lawyer. So that fine print that Americans did, that none of us could identify. Even today, what is happening with the AI crash? they are telling the blame, they are putting the blame on pilots. Okay, they are putting the blame on pilots. But in reality, it is not the pilots because that switch that was supposed to cut off the fuel for the engine was individual switches. Even if somebody had to do it manually, it would have taken more than 1 second to do it. But what got recorded in the black box was that both the switches got moved from run position to cut off position within less than 1 second. Within less than 1 second, because you have to pull the switch like this and then put it back. So Boeing is trying to say it's a pilot's fault. But it is humanly impossible to close a switch within less than 1 second. So one day the Boeing will be caught because of what mistake they have done. They will be caught because tomorrow, and we don't say this, if another 787 crashes, then people will realize that whatever they have been doing so far as a thing. So, but if you see, the AI has not penetrated the aircraft industry so much as it has penetrated the software industry. The software industry, from the software industry, it has everything is easy in software. If you want to build a proof of concept in software, it's a least cost for you. If I tell you to build some electronic device or electronic thing using the breadboard and all, it is manually cumbersome, it is headache for you, and you have to spend money, things may work, may not work, and it is not flexible, things like that. But if I tell you to build the same using a simulator, you can do that within a matter of half an hour or 1 hour. Like 8085 programming, 8086 programming, that what we see in the IC chip programming, that can be done within a matter of minutes. So software is the easiest one. That way. So if you see that the AI agents have made the job quite easy for you now. Now the roles of many people are at risk. Project managers. Project managers in company, we don't need. Why? Because the AI agent can prepare all the documents that I mentioned, like quality plan, project plan, estimates, Gantt chart, pivot tables, all these things can be prepared in a matter of minutes. If you have a faster computer, it all depends on how fast your computer is. That's all. It's not dependent on, oh, I'm giving the job to so and so person, that person may be fast or slow. Today, the AI agents can do that job in a matter of minutes. This is using and the agents are little different from generative AI. Generative AI means you ask a prompt, you ask a question, and the answer will come from the application, from the AI tool. That is generative AI. It is generating an answer and giving to you. Okay. Whereas AI agents means you can say, I would like to take up this project. Let's say, for example, the bridge along Sharavati River, and this is the depth of the river, this is the flow of the river, and it will ask you different questions. For example, what is the weather all year round? All these questions, you fill in all the data for that. Then it will come back and say, okay, this is the cost of the bridge. The bridge has to be built in this way. It has to be either it has to be this is the mixture of concrete that you have to use, because for example, if the weather condition is adverse, if there are too many winds happening, then the concrete has to be strong enough to withstand that wind, for example. If the river is a smooth flowing one, that is fine. But what if the river is not smooth flowing, it has got rough waters, Then what happens? What if there are stones? You see big stones in the soil, in the water. Then what happens? What happens to that all the stones which gets accumulated near the foot of the bridge? All these things will be taken into account and it will come back with a proper design of that bridge for. So the job of the civil engineer is, now you don't need to be a civil engineer to design a bridge now. You don't need to be an architect to design a house now. Everything is taken care by AI. Yeah. AI itself will tell you, if you go to, if anybody has been to IKEA in Bangalore or in Hyderabad or in Bombay, wherever their stores are, they have a branch where they have a planning division. Okay, they have a set of architects sitting over there. And if you tell them, they'll ask you, sir, please bring some photographs of your house, inside of your house. So you go and give them that. The service is free of cost. Believe me. Whatever earlier, an architect used to charge you like 10% of the estimate of your entire work, today is given to you free of cost. So, if you go and show them, this is my house, then they'll ask you, sir, from this point to this point, how many feet, this point to this point, what is the height of the room, all that things they will ask. And if you have measured properly and given, they'll feed everything into the AI tool. Within 2 hours, they'll come back to you with a complete report telling this is what you need to purchase. These are the IKEA items that you need to purchase. This is our deployment cost. These are the raw material cost. These are the labor cost. They give you a complete picture of it.
When they have setups, bathroom setup in the store itself,
in the store
for demo purpose, bedroom setup, containing all the requirements, items in the bedroom.
Correct. So, and they have made, see, the guy who designed IKEA store was a Kanjus guy. Till he died, he never changed his car. Till he died, he never changed his house. He used to travel in economy class and he was from Sweden. Anytime he used to on a weekend, he used to go for garage sale. Garage sale means in any somebody's house there will be some items which you want to sell. Right? For example, some crockery, some paintings, which you don't want to keep in your house. He used to go to that garage sale and he used to buy items from there.
Correct.
He was a multi-billionaire, but he was doing all this. And he was such a conjuice guy, he never wanted to buy new stock of wood. He always used to say, I will reuse, reuse, reuse. Means if something comes to the store broken, he used to take that wood, make it into a pulp, make a new sheet out of that, and reuse it for another furniture. That is how IKEA became so popular. And he was such a confused guy. He said, "Why should I pay money for setting up something?" So if you go to IKEA and you say, "I want to buy a TV unit," the TV unit will be given to you in boxes. It is your responsibility to set it up at home. Nobody will come and set it up first. And even if you go to the restaurant or the cafe in IKEA, there are few items which are eye-catching because of the price. Like you get a 10 rupees ice cream, 30 rupees ice cream you'll get. Then there is also costly ones also. Like for a 500 rupees you'll get a fillet or a salmon fish, you'll get like that. But he made sure that all categories of customers are happy. Today they are using the AI to the IKEA is our client also. In Value Lab, IKEA, IKEA is our client. And we work with them. There are around 300 engineers who work with them like that. So AI agents has started penetrating all of it. So what is that? I come back to the first question. What is that is required from your side to build an LLM? What is required? First is you require a hardware. You need hardware to be set up in your premises. It should be a super solid server which will be able to pan and scan the internet in a matter of minutes or seconds and be able to catch the data. AI LLM code is written, already available in the market. You just have to buy that code or you can download it from Git repositories you might have heard. You can download it from there and you can start using that. You can give a label for that, call it as Navkis LLM and start using that. Okay, so this will become see, the possibilities are infinite. For example, you want to know what is today you are taking a lot of time filling up an Excel sheet, filling up, creating a PowerPoint, all those things, right? Tomorrow, if you have a proper LLM with you, then all you have to tell is create on PowerPoint using this data. So the data, the query will fire, it will go to the LLM, get all the data, put that in a nice PowerPoint and give it to you. So that is a very one of the possibilities of using the LLM. Tomorrow you want to find out what is my pass percentage for a particular subject. Okay, in that case you can do that using LLM. You just have to feed the data to the LLM. Okay, the moment you keep on feeding data, it will become more mature as it grows. That way, right? So things happen. So the recent advancements in machine learning and sensor technology has enabled real-time monitoring and informed decision making in agriculture. What it means, for example, today you are using manual labor for spraying insecticide or fertilizers to the crops. If I provide a drone to you, in which already it has got a provision to hold the fertilizer or the insecticide, it will do a fantastic job and we will complete the entire thing in a matter of minutes and come back. It will do a better job than a human being can do. A human has to walk. He has to, let's say if it's 5 acres, that God knows maybe he will take 5 days or maybe an entire week to spray the fertilizer to the entire set of crops. But using the drones, you will be able to do that. And how many people have a robotic cleaner at home? We have one from Eureka Homes. Anybody has used it? So robotic cleaner, if you just give it as soon as you bring it home, you just switch it on. It will do its job. What it will do first, it will first it will map your house. Find out where are the chairs, where is the table, and which, and if it is, whether that area is wet or dry, all the things it will identify. Similarly, a drone can also be educated and told that, okay, this is my agricultural area, and this agriculture area, this is where the boundary wall is, and within this boundary wall you have to work. And it will work accordingly to you.
I've seen a baby watcher robot. It used to go behind the baby in one of my friend's house. So it would keep an eye on the baby.
Keep an eye on the baby, correct. Well, people who cannot keep a dog at home, they will say instead of a dog or a maid servant, they'll keep a baby one. So things are going at a very high speed. So this has given rise to what is called as precision agriculture. Precision agriculture means what? You are focusing on high yield with less effort from yours. Japan, which is a very small country, which is almost like probably twice the size of Karnataka, okay, very small country, but their rice output is 3 or 4 times the yield of India per acre. Why do they? How do they do it? Through this precision agriculture. But they have been doing it even before the advent of AI. Even before AI came into picture, they were doing that. But today, AI has made it easy for anybody to use the technology to give a high yield for them. Okay? So that things has given to you, for example. So what are the 3 aspects that you need to look at? Data-driven decision making. Okay? Like I told you in the beginning, we had data sciences. So you need to have sufficient data before you can use the AI in that particular area. Automated monitoring systems. Automated monitoring systems means, for example, it will check the soil for particular nutrients. If the nutrients are less, it will by itself it will take a decision to do that job. You might have seen some of the IoT devices like high-end refrigerators. In the high-end refrigerators, if for example if the eggs at your home has reduced, it will send a WhatsApp message to your friend telling that the eggs are getting over. So when you are coming back from home, from your office, please make sure to bring eggs. It's the timing also will be very important. It will send the WhatsApp message exactly at the time when you are leaving office. It's not going to do the job beginning of the day and then it will forget. No, it will send a message to you at exactly that point when you actually check your WhatsApp. Okay, so everything is being monitored. How often do you check your WhatsApp messages? When do you check your WhatsApp messages? How often are you on the WhatsApp group? And how much time are you spending on Facebook? All these things are being driven. So this automated monitoring systems will do the same, exactly the same job of making sure that if there is a less nitrogen, less of urea, all those things will be fed across through the pipes to the particular soil, to the particular plant based on the automated results. So this is a key thing that we will do through for precision agriculture. Then it generates tailored advice for each of this application. For example, it is not like one rule or one set for everybody. No, based on your requirements, it will recommend things for you. You might have, if you have been a subscriber for example, CultFit. Okay, CultFit is a group which is into health monitoring for human beings and for that. So they have a subscription model. You pay 200 rupees per month or something like that. It will tell you what you are supposed to eat for the day, how many steps you need to walk, and how long you have been sitting, what was your, how long you have been stationary, sedentary, all those things are being given to you.
Smart bands will do the same job. Night, how many hours of deep sleep? So light sleep, everything it will calculate and create.
Exactly. So this,
But that is not the AI, right? Smart bands.
they are all AI. They are all AI. Every week you get a report from your mobile. I get a report. For example, it says compared to last week,